Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Karina and I'm here to help you use simple free tools to manage your business. Today, I'm going to show you how to create an event on Google Calendar and very importantly, how to share it with your guests. Let's get to it. Okay, so this is my calendar, my Google Calendar, and I'm going to show you here how it works. So you have two different ways to create a new event. You can simply click on create here and select event. And the way I do it, it's the fastest way. If you already know what time and day you want the appointment to happen, you can just select the week on your calendar. And for example, it's going to happen on Tuesday, the 21st of February at 11. You click on that time and you see your event appears here. So the event appears in this color because it is the default. This is my calendar here. And this is the default color, but you can change the color to anything you want. And the event will have the color, but it's also something you can change inside if it's important for you. I know I'm very visual and the colors are very important for me for the different events in my calendar. So I often change them. Anyway, so you want to create your event and click more option. So you have the full screen with all the different options available here. So first you start by naming your event. And if it's an appointment, you can put the name of your client or you can put your name and the name of your client. I wrote the following one. So we selected the date from the calendar, but if we want, we can change it and put it on the 22nd, for example. And default here is 1 hour, but maybe it's simply a 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours event. So you can select here to change, for example, if you want to make it a 2-hour event. Or if it's an all-day event, you tick all day here and it's going to show the whole day. And then here you have the option that says doesn't repeat. So if it is a recurring event, you want to click here and choose how often it's going to happen. Is it something that happens every day or weekly? Because this is a Wednesday on Wednesday, monthly on the 4th Wednesday. You have all the options, or you can also customize. For example, I often see my clients on a weekly basis for a period of 12 weeks. So what I would do usually is that after 12 occurrences, and that's how it would work for me, for example, but that you put whatever works for your needs. Then here you have add location. So this option is really great in the sense that, for example, if you have a location, a physical location where the person has to go, and you type the address. So I'm going to put the name of the last clinic where I used to work. So when the client is going to open the event, they're going to have the exact address. And if they open it on their phone, they can have the guiding system telling them where to go. Now, I work only online nowadays. My clinic closed like 3 years ago because of COVID. So what I use it for is I put the Zoom link. Everybody that I work with has their own individual Zoom link. And I put it here actually, and they can click on it and directly access the call when it's time for it. So this is very handy as well, the notification, because you want the people to actually remember their appointments or that the event is happening. So you can add a notification or an email. So for example, if you want them to get a reminder email before, and you can also make sure that, for example, 1 hour before, the notification on their phone. The default I put an email the day before and a notification 1 hour before. And I think it's just enough to make sure the people are going not to forget the appointment. Now, again, I wasn't sure if you're like me, you're a visual, you like having specific colors on your calendar. You can change the color as well of the event here. Then you can choose what kind of visibility your calendar will have, but my calendar is not visible to people, like they can't just access my calendar and see it. So my default is that I am invisible anyway. But if yours is visible, you can put that you're busy at that time so people know that it's not a time for them to book an appointment with you. Another thing that is really great is that you can add a description. And for example, if it's for an event, you can put a recap of the minute of the event, what's going to happen, or who is going to speak at what time. If it's for an appointment with a client, you can recap what the client needs to be ready to prepare for the appointment. So this is what you can write here. You can also add an attachment if you want to put a program or anything that they can open and have a look at. Then the important part as well, of course, is to add a guest. So usually you would add an email address here. And for example, I'm going to put my email address. So it says here, calendar cannot be shown because my calendar is not public. So it can't be shown, of course. Guest permission, do you want them to be able to modify, invite other people, see guest list? Usually I remove that because I do not want them to invite more people. So I just see that they can see the guest list because then they can see it's just me and them for the event. Once you have filled all of this information and you're happy with it, you can click Save. And you will see here there's a pop-up asking you if you want to send the email to Google Calendar guest. And I do. So I'm going to send. So I want them to get the invitation. So here we're back on the calendar visual and you can see the event is here. From there, what can you do? If you click on it, for example, you can duplicate the event or you can modify it. So when you click on the little pen, it modifies it and you can change any information you want. And if you want, you can also print, delete, duplicate, publish, change owner, etc. But if you have any changes to make in terms of location or if you want to change the guests, this is where it is. So I'm going to click Save again. And also, for example, if it's an appointment with a client and in the end you want it to be 1 hour instead of 2 hours, you put your mouse here and you can see I have the option to move it up and my event became 1 hour. You're asked if you want to do it this event or following events or all the events because I made it as a recurring event. I'm going to put just this one for now. And of course, I am given the option to update the guests to tell them that there's a modification. This time I will put do not send because this is just a test I'm doing to show you. And what I want to show you as well is because it's a recurring event, you're going to see it on a weekly basis appearing there for 12 occurrences. You can see it every time. And because I only changed the duration for the first one, the others stayed a 2-hour event. So for example, you want to change the time or the date. All you have to do is you can see my mouse becomes a little hand and I can just drag it around and move it wherever I want. So for example, your client wanted to be in the ad on Thursday. They are not free Wednesday anymore, but at the same time, there you go. You just swipe it and it asks you again to confirm just this one or the other ones. I'm just going to put just this one. Again, it's asking you if you want to also tell your guests, which is important. At this time, I'm putting do not send because this is a test, but you should send it, of course. And here it is. It has been moved to Thursday instead of Wednesday. So that's about it for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial and that it gave you the good pointers you were looking for. If you would like to let me know in the comment what you want me to do a tutorial on it next, that would be fantastic and I'll make sure to make the video. Also, if you liked today's video, don't forget to actually give me a like, subscribe to the channel so you never miss the next tutorial, and I will see you soon for the next one. Have a good time.